Hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about the E5. But before we start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as usual. We're about to start, so grab a drink as well as something to eat, and let's go! So we're going to be starting off in the garage or the hangar, and before we even talk about the tank, I just want to show what I did in terms of stats. So I think I did around 3,000, 3,005, which isn't amazing, but it isn't too bad, above average. So yeah, that's all I managed to do for 112 games. And I didn't like the tank, I'll be frank with you straight up. But let's talk about the consumables first. Obviously, everything is standard for the first row. For the second row, improved modules, improved assembly because the tank has no armor at all. The armor is so bad. Toolbox because again, our tracks hold nothing. At the slightest angle they get penned and you get damaged, but we'll talk about it later. Obviously, delivery system, engine accelerator, and improved optics. So everything else is standard, and I'll explain everything during the battle as well. In terms of ammunition, I found out that carrying too much heat can be bad because you do run out of shells because the gun is reloads very quickly. And now in terms of provisions, we carry Big Coke, HP edition, and obviously some fuel because the Little Coke does absolutely nothing. It adds like a tiny percentage to your stats, which do nothing pretty much. And so I advise to use the engine accelerator or whatever it's called, the fuel thing. So yeah, now in terms of consumables, this is the tricky part. So you have the protective armor and or reactive armor, whatever it's called, and the engine accelerator boost. That is a lot better than the standard one, but I suggest not to use it because you really don't need it. And then I would say take adrenaline, but some people would prefer to play with a repair kit just because the tank gets ammo racked every single game, literally every single game. Obviously, multi-purpose is needed every single game, so you can't be going out without it. Alright, before I talk about the tank, this game was absolutely crazy. I don't know what happened, but the game is super intense and interesting, so just pay attention to the game, as well as me talking about the tank at the same time, because this was one of the most intense games I've had in like ages, and I managed to save it, obviously. So yeah, the tank. It's a heavy tank, but it really doesn't have any real armor apart from the upper plate. Other than that, it has no armor. You would think the turret is amazing, but the front gets penned so easily, especially on the cheeks. They are very gray and they get penned straight up in the face. You also have a turret, and so when tanks that are tall like the Mouse and the E100 or TDs are face hugging you, they smash through the turret so freaking easily. It's just annoying. And so face hugging is a problem. The sides are absolutely trash. You turn the tank a little bit, and anyone who shoots your sides takes out your tracks and gives you damage. It is the most annoying thing ever. I don't know how people play this tank, so I only managed to do 3k in it. My other heavies have around 3,200, 3,100. But this tank was super hard to get up in terms of average damage. The gun is great. 8 degrees of gun depression is very good, especially after an IS-8. But then again, some tanks have -10, so this is somewhere in the middle. Other than that, the dispersion, the accuracy, etc., everything is very good. But again, there are better tanks like the FV and the Chieftain. So the E5 again isn't the best in terms of its category. The DPM is very good, but then again the FV is better and the Chieftain is better. So you know, the E5 doesn't stand out. It obviously stands out when compared to an IS-7, but then again IS-7 is also trash. So this tank has decent maneuverability. Again, the max speed is only 36 kilometers per hour, and that again is super trashy. So yeah, I don't know what this tank excels in. It excels in nothing. It's good and mediocre at pretty much everything, and it's been such a pain in the bum. But the only way to play this tank is obviously off of a rage. But then again, your turret gets penned 50-50, so don't be surprised if you get pinned right in the face. Overall, this tank does everything decently, not amazingly. It doesn't have any super amazing or strong sides which stand out compared to other heavies. The mobility, gun, armor, everything is pretty much average or mediocre, and it's not always 100% reliable. So that's at least what I found. Some people love this tank, especially in tournaments. It's a very good tank for tournaments, but in random battles, when things are happening all over the place, it's just going to be a pain in the bum, at least for me. That's why it was super hard to play this tank, especially because the sides tank nothing. The sides keep getting penned and penned and penned, and your track goes out, and you also get ammo racked, and you only have one multi-purpose kit, and once you use that up, you're dead. You're dead. Your DPM goes out the window, everything goes out the window. The only thing that's going for this tank is the special perks, the special perk that decreases the enemy's alpha, but that's pretty much it. So as you can see, the game is pretty intense at the moment. I was in a 1v4, I took out the mouse, and yeah, the object manages to get away here, and the IS-7 shoots me, and so now I'm in a 1v3 situation, and it's very intense, as you can see. And the object is flying at me. Look, ammo rack is gone. You see, if I didn't pretty much have a multi-purpose, I'd be dead at this point. And so now the alpha doesn't go through. I don't know, I just don't like the tank. It's very hard to play, and it's very situational, and the only thing you can do is play off of a rage and use your gun depression. As you can see, the FV killed me because he's a lucky bastard, but that's pretty much every single game. Overall, the tank is mediocre, and the playstyle is very relative, so it's not very good for newer players. That's all I have to say about the tank, and yeah. With that, this video comes to an end. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy is out. Bye-bye.